What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another build video. Today's build video is going to be something that I would like to call, I'm going to start something new. I'm going to call this a holstered build. So what this is going to be is a build that you're not going to run all the time, but if you like to run in the dark zone, you're going to want this build in your loadout. It's basically a loadout necessity. We need this. You guys need this in your loadout, especially with all these skill power builds, all the status effects that are going around. I'm sure you guys are getting blinded, disorientated, put on fire, left, right, and center. This build will grant you complete immunity to all skill builds and status effects. It's a similar build to my skill protection build that was released before Title Update 5, but this is obviously after TU5, and this is extremely strong. And I recommend every single person watching this video to make this build and keep it in your loadout, because so many times I'm in the dark zone, I'm killing people, someone comes out and wrecks me with a firefly. I can't see. It's a pain. I'm status affected every 2 seconds, and it's very difficult to play. As soon as I pop this build on, good night. You're dead, because I am immune to everything. All those foam chem launchers, I'm sure everyone gets annoyed by them. This will leave you basically immune to everything. So this is the immunity build. First of all, guys, Demolitionist, Survivalist, Sharpshooter, or Gunner, what are we going to go for? That is individual preference. You guys can choose whatever you want. I like to use the Gunner because of the 150% med kit, the boost in armor. That's completely up to you. If you want to turn this into a rifle build, you can do a rifle build. You can choose whatever you want. This is a very broad template of a build, and it's nothing crazy new or special, but it is vital to know exactly where to roll the hazard protection in the build. So choose whatever you want. I'm going to go for this because I like to use assault rifle. Because obviously I have the overpowered Eagle Bearer that everyone is currently making a lot of talk about it. But at the end of the day, it's an exotic, it's hard to get, and we got to be using it because I worked hard for it. So there we go, Banshee. This is actually what you're going to be defending against as well. You could use it as well if you want to fight fire with fire in a way. But this is the main reason. This medkit is just too strong. It's been so strong for a while now, and I really do enjoy it. I also like the foam grenades. Instead of hitting someone with a normal grenade, if you hit them with a foam, they're stuck and you can just put all your bullets into them. So I prefer this grenade. I always recommend this grenade to everybody. This is actually very good. 10% armor is very nice. If there's a few NPCs, you can just pick your armor back very quickly. So make sure to choose Gunner if you want to do exactly how I do it, but you can choose whatever you want. So as you can see, this is a 211.6. There's nothing special about this build. It's a pretty standard assault rifle build. The reason why it is that is because this is very strong right now. This is a typical AR build, and this is very strong. This build is viable in any kind of PvP, and this is going to be a PvP build. This can be altered towards PvE. It can help, especially with those getting disorientated with the smoke. It can be very annoying in some of the missions. All the gas. This could be a very strong PvE build, but this is focused around PvP. That's why I have certain damage talents and no DTE on this build. But like I said, you can use this as a template so you know how to get the 100% immunity, and then you can go and alter it to put damage to elites and change it to a PvE version. Alright, so 350k armor is good in anyone's book. 40k health, that doesn't matter because we have got almost 1400 skill power with this build. So we can heal ourselves astronomically. You won't believe it. 100,000 armor a second I'm getting from my chem launcher. It's pretty strong. So we're not going to go into let's just do it. I'm using the Eagle Bear. I'm almost hitting 24k, which is a lot. You guys can use whatever you want, whatever gun you want to use. It's up to you. If you want to use an LMG, just make sure to spec into LMG damage then on all your mods and everything like that. Don't forget about that. I like to use the MK17 as a secondary. This gun still shreds a lot. It's very fun to use. I wish I could use a Diamondback with the Eagle Bearer. That would be pretty nice because it would be a great way of stacking armor, but that would obviously be overpowered. So the pistol right there. We've got Optimist. I like to use the D50. Very cool. I've got a thing though. I'm sure you guys know. I couldn't get a D50 for so long. So I just decided, hey, I'm going to stack them. I'm going to just stock them. So got a few in there. So as we can see, this build is pretty strong, as you can see from how it is already. It's got everything you need for a good PvP build, but we need to go into the details for you guys to find out why this is so strong, and this is a must-have in the Dark Zone right now. This is slowly turning into the meta build, is having 100% immunity. So how are we going to get that? So there's two pieces you want to roll it very highly on. One is the mask. So we've got a DNH mask. Don't worry about the two-piece or the one-piece talent. That's not important. Accuracy, we don't care about that one. This has got 256 skill power and 48% hazard protection. That's very high. That's a very good roll. It's very tricky to find the right rolls. I'm sure you guys are aware of the RNG. We've spoken about that. It's a bit tough, but anyways, we've got 58% hazard protection just from my mask because of insulated. Now, I didn't want to go for anything else. I don't need spotter. Spotter would be good if I was using the normal pulse, but that's not what I'm using. So you guys want to definitely go for insulate to get that extra 10%. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, if you have 100%, then you might have a bit of leeway. Then maybe put spotter if you want to use. But we're going to be using the EMP pulse, so just keep that in mind. You can put whatever talent you want if you reach 100% hazard protection. So just alter the build to whatever suits you because everyone's going to have different pieces. This is just going to be the normal chest piece, 30% total armor modified, weapon damage is 10.5%. Very nice weapon damage there. Bloodsucker, can't say enough about this talent. It's very strong. We all know, we're all very much aware of it, how potent this is. It stacks your armor a lot. Very, very good. All your mods, make sure to put your highest armor rolls with Pulse and Chem Launcher on your utility mod slots. That's very important. We're going to be using the Chem Launcher and the Pulse. So stack as much of that as you can. And funny enough, my Pulse and my Chem Launcher are almost at 3,000 skill power from all those mods. So it's very important to put the right mods on or get the mods if you don't have them in the first place. Then we've got a Fenris Holster. This has got 494 skill power, 11% skill haste, 15% headshot damage. We are stacking headshot damage in this build. That's very important to get the most damage output. It's multiplicative, works very well. We've got 30% just off the two pieces there. On the backpack, I'm going to go for efficient. Efficient is extremely strong if you're running bloodsucker. If you're running unbreakable, you can't really go for that. So safeguard is very good as well. Safeguard is one of the nicest talents out there. 150% healing, very, very strong. I use this talent all the time in PvE as well. So don't overlook this talent. It's very, very nice, especially with your chem launcher. The stacking of healing is unbelievable when you get a kill. This is a very underused talent. So anyways, let's get back to it. So hardened as well, we're going to need that. I've got a nice armor roll with health, so it depends what you want to run. If you do want to go for more weapon damage, you can do that, but we all know that I want to we need to get our active talents, sorry, our mods active on our skills. So make sure you have high enough skill power. So for you to make this build very strong, you might want to stray away from the weapon damage, but like I say, it's up to you. If you don't want to be using the skills, if you're not really worried, you could go for more damage there. On the gloves, these gloves are very important. You're going to need good gloves because this is the second piece of gear we want to stack hazard protection. So 30% hazard protection right there. The assault rifle weapon damage unfortunately is low, but it could be higher than that. So try and get the best gloves you can. 15% headshot damage is great. Go for that. It's very nice. Uh, you could use compensated, but like I said, we are stacking headshot damage in this build. You can change it however you want to play. I can hit my headshots. So if you guys can hit your headshots, you're going to go for this. If you can't, just go for more of the flat weapon damage. Maybe use that talent that gives you 5% weapon damage instead. But that depends on how you play and how good your aiming is. So on the knee pads, I like to go for 20% armor regen. That does actually help a lot. It helps your healing and your active. It's basically like a holstered regeneration for the player. It stacks onto other skills, so it's just really good. So I would definitely go for armor regeneration. I do enjoy it. It's a very underused talent, and I'd rather have this sometimes than patience because I'm not in cover a lot of time using this build. So I wouldn't go for patience on this build. You can go for whatever you want. Now there was another option that I was gonna go for, which is cloaked. Cloaked would be perfect for this build because you could actually, when your armor gets depleted, enemy skills are disrupted. So basically, if someone's got a defender drone, or if they're gonna keep hiving you or something like that, you can destroy it. So it's very, very strong in PvP. But obviously, I've got too much skill power for this. So if you can make this active with the way that your build is set up, you can go for cloak. That's a very good talent. Like I said, this build is very changeable. I'm just trying to show you guys exactly how to do it, what to do, and what are your options. So these are the options that I would go for. It's a very, very strong combination. It all depends on what gear pieces you have, but you can do massive amounts of damage, and you can just stand in fire. You can stand in a foam chem launcher and not have it affect you. It makes you feel extremely powerful. Like I'm not even gonna lie, this build makes me feel unbelievably strong in the dark zone because I know nothing can touch me, and it's a very nice feeling. So definitely give this build a try. It's very, I don't know, it's empowering in a way. So we got 11% total armor. That's very nice. As you can see, the rest of the hazard protection is coming from the Yellow God 2-piece, which is beautiful. 20%, that gives me about 108%, I think. Yeah, 100, 108 should be. We'll have a look now. Let's have a look at the stats. So everything's active, needs to be active. Weapon damage 23.8, which is very nice. 10% crit chance. It's a shame it's not really a crit build. Crit's not very strong right now. Headshot damage 85% for an assault rifle is extremely potent, and I recommend everyone to get it at least 80%. You can do it, guys. Come on, you need to make sure you do it because it's very strong. With the addition of all the weapon damage bonus that we're getting as well. I mean, look at this. That's going to be 38.5 damage on our assault rifle alone, which is very strong. And then health damage, this obviously comes with the gun. Defense, we got 347k armor, which is very nice. Armor regen, 17.381 thousand. That's very good. I do like that. Armor regen is underused. It helps with playing in the DZ especially because you want your armor to come back as quick as possible. Now, it's not very clear exactly how armor regen works, but I seem to find myself getting back to full armor a lot faster. So it's one of those things that I don't know if it works all the time, but it does help. It helps me anyway. So health regen, not really that important. As you can see right here, hazard protection 108, and we have got everything active here. That's 100%. So we are immune. We are pretty much immune. So 100 bleed, 100 blind death. You can't burn. You don't get confused. You can't get disrupted. You cannot get shocked or poisoned. It's extremely strong, and everyone should be making this build because I'm sure everyone is sick of status effects. I'm always getting blinded everywhere I go. And it's just the way the game is now, which is not a bad thing, but I think it's very important for everyone to be able to be immune, to be able to just quickly pop this build on and just, proc all this resistance and just be able to go through all of it. It's very good, and I recommend you guys to do it definitely. So we're gonna go for this pulse right here, the jammer pulse. This will jam people's uh, all the electronics, which is very strong, especially if someone's using a flippant defender drone, because people love using the defender drone to defend themselves. So the only problem with this, you can charge it. It goes up to 10 meters, so make sure you guys charge this. It disrupts them. The EMP effect duration is only 5 seconds, but that's enough. That's enough to kill them. The cooldown is actually extremely low for this because it's normally quite high. As you can see, I've got an auxiliary battery and 144% skill haste. So just make sure you can get that as high as you can. It makes it come back as quick as possible. Then on the chem launcher, I have got 99,000 armor repair, which is very nice. 96.7% heal. Because of all the skill power and all the mods on my gear, I can heal myself really quickly. So this build all around is a perfect PvP build for people who are sick of the status effects and want to have a good chance in the dark zone, especially if you're in a group and you want to not be affected by shock, all that rubbish. You can just have straightforward PvP. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like, make sure to subscribe and become a member if you guys would like to. It would help my channel a lot. And thanks for watching this build video, and I will be seeing you agents in the next one. Peace out, boys.